Thank you for joining me here at the live desk. I am Janae Hancock, and we are staying on top of breaking news this morning. A teen male driver critically injured in a 9-car crash in Overland Park, Kansas. Right now, I do want to turn things over to KCTV5's Joe Hennessy. He has been live at the scene, and as you can see there behind him, it is still very active there right now. Joe, what can you tell us so far?
Absolutely, yeah. It's a tough scene here. You're seeing the vehicles behind us just stacked on top of each other. So what they told us was that the dump truck here rear-ended into the white vehicle on the other side of the truck, and everything else was just a chain reaction of what happened. As you can see, the red truck on its side as well. There's vehicles down the street. There's vehicles that ended up on this side of the street going over the median and coming over here on this side. A very scary scene, but like you said, one individual, life-threatening injuries, a teenager, unfortunately, in this situation. So obviously we're on this side of the street. We're going to show you video now of the other side of the street so you can get a better look of what that white vehicle looks like. Again, it happened several feet before where we're ending up here right now. So it was a few feet down, and then everything that happened kind of followed. Trucks on their side, the white car destroyed, the dump truck seems to be intact, but there are several other vehicles very impacted by the accident here, Janae.
Yeah, and I do just want to clarify that that white car that you are seeing that was completely smashed by that dump truck, that was the car that the teen driver was in. Again, he is in critical condition in a hospital right now. Joe, what is the status of the driver of that dump truck?
Currently, right now, they did take the driver for impairment testing. So we don't know anything right now. They're still early on in the investigation, but with this, they have to take that individual into their, where they need to take them, do that impairment testing just to make sure, just to see what might have led to this. But as, again, we're seeing the outcome of what happened, that dump truck rear-ending into the white vehicle, several other cars being impacted, that chain reaction, that's what they're calling it again, chain reaction, hitting one car, hitting the next, hitting the next. We're at 115th and Metcalf, so that's where we're at, and they're saying it's going to be blocked off for several hours, so we're going to try and keep up with them and hopefully keep you all updated as well of what you need to know. But for right now, it's going to be blocked off for hours, so prepare to detour around this whole area. Driving in south, College was shut off, so a few blocks back, so you had to turn left and go the back way. You're going to have to be doing that for a few hours here if you plan to drive over here.
And like you mentioned, first responders did shut that area down. And I know that this is the time where a lot of people are going to work or coming home from work. I also want to touch on the fact you mentioned that this is a 9-car car crash. Can you speak about the condition of the other drivers? How are they doing right now? Do they have any injuries?
None that we know of so far. A lot of the individuals are still here on the scene by their vehicles, taking pictures, doing whatever they need to. It seems like everybody is okay, except that one individual, unfortunately, there with the life-threatening injuries. Whereas everyone else by the car, talking with law enforcement, talking with officials, trying to get what the scene is. So right now also, we have other crews doing a reenactment of what might have happened also. So again, we're early on in the investigation. We're early on in this collision and what happened here. We should be getting some more information again this afternoon. He said around 2, possibly, maybe even 3, but that's where we're at right now. Everyone else seems to be fine.
All right, thank you so much, Joe. We will continue to keep you all updated on that. And it's just an unfortunate scene out there. You can see one of those cars behind Joe, right to the right of him, right over his shoulder. Again, I want to take a look at that video that we just received from Joe Hennessy, who has been live at the scene this morning. Again, one person, a male teen driver, was taken to the hospital in critical condition following that 9-car crash. And police actually said that no one else has sustained any other injuries. But again, that 17-year-old was taken to the hospital, and first responders shut down Metcalf south of College Boulevard while the scene is still remaining very active. We will continue to keep you all posted on the latest on this developing story involving this 9-car crash in Overland Park, Kansas this morning. Again, I think that is the biggest takeaway, that a 17-year-old is fighting for their life in the hospital right now. So be sure to download our KCTV5 News app for the latest notifications right to your phone. And if there are any major developments, I'll be sure to hop back on here at the live desk, but also be sure to tune in to our nooncast and later evening newscast later on today.